Okay, so the infamous Tyburn Tree was a gallows that was in use for over 600 years in London. Could hang up to between 21 and 24 convicted felons. And I figured that would be a great thing to pop into the 40K universe. So I'm in the works of creating like a Plague World tabletop, so I wanted to put that as a centerpiece. Now I started off with some square bamboo rods. Just got like a pack of 50 off Amazon. Did some measurements. Nothing too critical. I wasn't as exact as I probably could have been, but I got them all the same lengths for the actual the structures, and then the ones up on top a little bit longer, I believe. But I went ahead and I used a scribing tool and a bullet sander on my Dremel to add some lines in there and round off the corners a little bit. I didn't want to look like looking like I just bought 50 off of Amazon and glued them together. So there you go, right there. Looks pretty good. They'll look even better with paint and a wash. And then, yeah, excuse the lighting on this one. I was using my my ironing board to plot out where I was going to put the posts for the gallows. And yeah, ever since I saw this thing, I've been kind of fascinated by it. And I was like, that would look awesome on a 40K board. So we're going to do it right here. I got some pink insulation foam. Had it for a while. I don't do a lot of terrain. This is I think this is the first real terrain piece that I've done on the channel. I've done like scatter terrain, but not an actual piece that you could use like this. But yeah, the pink insulation foam, I've had it for years. And had this wire foam cutter for years too. I got a couple different variations of it, so got a chance to pull that out, use those, and we're going to go ahead and get all that stuff cut around there. And there's one of the other cutters right there, just popping out the plug where the post is going to go for like a footer type deal. And you don't want to breathe that smoke in, it's nasty. Now this project took me a while, but there's a little mock-up right there. Yes, I'm going to cut off the ends and make it look a little cleaner. But yeah, pretty big. And this is one of those projects where as I was going along, I was like, oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe I could change this. And I love the end result. So I hope you do too. It's really cool, especially for something for 40K. Alright, using some old craft paint. I still have a lot of craft paint downstairs in the dungeon. I use it for terrain. I don't really paint minis with it. I did when I first got back into the hobby, and this before I was able to start buying like Citadel and Vallejo and all the other ones, but still use it for terrain. And then Secret Weapon Armor Wash, I use that as a wash for it. Now this is some spray paint that will cover but not melt your foam. It's from I believe it's Army Painter. There you go. Yep, from Army Painter. And just took one of the nicer days outside before it started getting too cold out. Gave it a nice little spritz. And there's your end result right there. No melting. Looks good. Ready for more paint. Some ballast glue on here. It's a little bit stronger than Elmer's. But I'm just going to go ahead and slather that all over it. And I'm doing it in sections so the glue doesn't dry on me. It is a pretty big piece. Now I'm going to sprinkle some, I have some very fine sand. Just going to get that sprinkled out over the top of it for some ground cover. And then I've got a paper towel underneath it so I can catch all the remaining once I go ahead and lift it up and give it a little tap, tap, tap. And then I end up letting that dry overnight. Yeah, it's so big it won't even fit in camera. Alright, more craft paint, Apple Barrel Nutmeg Brown. Just using that for the main color. And it's craft paint, it's cheap, so I just pour it on there and use a larger brush. Probably could have used a brush that I would paint my house with. But we're going to get that all coated. Go back to the slate gray. Get some rocky areas colored in there. And a lot of those you're not even going to see later on. So, and then a black wash that I made with some craft paint. A little bit of brown and black. Get that on there, give it a little bit more depth and definition. And a little bit on the ground cover as well. Now, I eventually do use some regular hobby paints for some of the ground cover. But for the majority of it, the big stuff, I'm just using the cheap stuff. All right, hot glue gun, and there's some wax paper underneath there. Give it a nice ooey gooey little mixture there, and push that post in. And I've got these 1, 2, 3 blocks to straighten it up. They're actually a little rusty from being downstairs. And there's the posts all ready to go. And yes, it's still looking very bland, very plain. And I start to realize that I'm like, okay, let's do a little bit of work here. So I took out a box cutter, started making channels in all the areas with the spot in between, because I'm thinking to myself, well, if they're going to get these guys up on the for their chains and the ropes and the nooses, I don't have ladders, so how about we pull a rhino up and then put them up against, or put them on the ropes and pull the rhino away. So it sounds so Death Guard too. I love it. It's almost like the convicted being on a horse in the Old West, and they smack the horse on the butt, takes off, and does the old short drop. So I did a little bit of cutting on those posts there, and then this is just some garden twine. I went ahead and unraveled a length of it, because before I unraveled it, it looked like it was too big. It was way out of scale. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's terrain. It's just something for my basement, something for my board. We're gonna cut that off right there. And then you get all those little wispies off. Fire, hot. Here we go. There, look at all those go. And I do that a few times with these, at least until the ropes get painted. But yeah, it's starting to come together. And what's also coming together is this channel. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, even though I haven't had anything posted in a while because of my busy work schedule through the holidays. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. This right here is Durham's water putty. It's I guess they use it, I guess plumbers use it. Saw it originally on Eons of Battle, and I've loved it ever since. I think I mistakenly referred to it as water-based, which it's not. It's like a clay-based, water-based. I was an idiot back then. So what I did was I sunk that rhino into the wet clay there, or the wet putty. That's my little Nurgle rhino I've been working on with extra green stuff. And I put the tracks in there because I wanted to give it a little added definition with the tank tracks. So yeah, really liking this so far. Now with this one, I'm just adding a little bit of that Durham's to the sides, because I want to build up where the rhino's been going up and down. Now I'm going to have that on all three sides. What I'm dropping on there is the Out of This World Models and Minis sci-fi rubble that I've created. There's a YouTube short that all I did was make a lot of little pieces of sprue, put them in a extra coffee grinder I have, and just gave them some nice textures. Now this looks like a big mess right there, but just like before with the sand, there's gonna be a little tap tap tap, and it's gonna get cleaned up a lot. There we go. Now back to the ballast glue. Just gonna drip some on there. And this ballast glue, that stuff is strong. I thought the Elmer's, the glue all, was pretty strong. This is even stronger, so I'm glad I found that. And I'm just gonna get all that on there. Make sure I don't lose any. I've lost a couple, but not much. Vallejo Game Color Charred Brown. This is the go-to for Danny over at Easy 8 Online Painting Club. He loves his charred brown. So I figured I'd just go ahead and shoot that through the airbrush. I am so sorry. I had to do that. I was playing around. I was like, I'm gonna film this. So, all right, back to the piece. Some Vallejo Model Color Flat Earth. This is my go-to brown. So, there you go, Danny. Just gonna get that on the inside areas of where the rhino goes up and down. Gonna hit that on all sides. And I'm really glad I did put the tracks on there. Alright, now for the larger areas with the rubble on there, I just added some more of that fine sand, and I didn't glue it in yet, but I brushed off a good majority of the higher spots. Looking good so far. I used so much of this sand during this project, it was unreal. And then I'm going to hit with some isopropyl alcohol, or isopropanol if you're in a different part of the world. And what that's going to do, it's going to break up the surface tension, so when I hit it with the ballast glue, which is watered down a little bit, it soaks right in. Alright, I printed off a little Nurgle symbol on my bamboo FDM printer, and just pop that in place because I'm a Nurgle guy, I'm a Death Guard guy, I'm also a Space Wolves guy, but for the bad guys, yeah, I love Nurgle. And I'm just going to glue that in there. Got some more sand. Like I said, a lot of sand on this project. And yeah, Anakin was right. It gets everywhere. So we're going to glue that in place. And we're going to take, since I wanted to do this like 40K style, I wanted to do some like metal banding to possible areas where we're cracked on the posts. So I just took some thin plastic card, made some cuts in there so it would wrap around. And right here, I just went ahead and tacked that onto one of those rods for ease of painting. Back to the slate gray to give the rocks a little bit of color. And there are some skulls mixed in there too, so if you spot one out, say it. Make sure you say it in the comments. Retributor armor, just gonna give it that little bronzish gold, if I can talk. I'm doing this after a long day of work. Okay, then I figured, well, there's got to be some remnants underneath these guys after they've been swinging, so I'm gonna add a little bit of real estate there, build it up just a little bit. And I used a lot of pipettes on this one too. Alright, so I wanted a Space Marine hanging, so I just took an excess Primaris Marine, chopped him up a little bit, made his arms so that they would fit, like they would go behind his back, like his hands were tied behind his back. Then just get him glued in place. I'll paint him up later. I asked my son, who's also a Warhammer 40,000 player, I said, what kind of Marine should I make swinging? He said either Ultramarines or Lamenters. He said Lamenters because they've had bad luck already, so might as well. But after looking at that pauldron that the Lamenters have, I was like, nah, I'll just use Ultramarines because they're the poster boys. Yeah, he's gonna be swinging away. They're the poster boys, and I don't play Ultramarines. I play Space Wolves, and I'm not gonna have one of my lovely wolves hanging there. All right, a little bit of charred brown on there, and you can see some skulls and some of those the heads from the skull box and battlefield trophy box. I actually did a video on that one too. Got those implanted in there. And what am I gluing here? I believe that is, yes, I'm putting some rivets on the metal banding. I actually have a lot of rivets left over from when I built and painted the Sakaran a while ago. Still waiting to see if Martin Kovac ever watched that video. Hope he did. Yep, so there you go. And then we're just going to give some definition to the skulls there. Some Ushabti bone. A little shaky cam there. And then I'm adding some tufts. I think these were the Arctic tufts. They looked really good up against the on the terrain there. Some chains. I cut them all to the same length. So as I figured, you know what, the ropes are going to be hard to try and make to scale, but I think the chains look way better. And I think I did all the chains at 7 inches. Adding some lead belcher to these after I primed them with Rust-Oleum red oxide. This was actually lead belcher air, or the Citadel air version of it. Alright, thin down, dirty down rust. I just want to rust up those chains. It's Nurgle, it's not going to look brand new, so let's get some rust on there. Just dipped in there and put one side over and then wrap the other side around. And just hit it with some super glue. Then I'm adding a little bit of Gauss Blaster green just for like a verdigris effect. I have the dirty down verdigris. I've used it in the past. I just wanted to use this for the color. Some extra chain on there. Just wanted to bloop, add a little bit more for detail. Then there's that banding on there. Doesn't look too bad right now, but I'm gonna add some more rust to it here soon. Got the chains. There's some drips that are forming on the ends of them. I just take a paper towel and hit it with it. Okay, not too bad. A little bit of dirty down rust. A little thin down version of it. Just gonna add a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy with it. Just add a little bit of that crusty rusty. Now I didn't use typhus corrosion at all, which I probably could have. Alright, took a little resin skeleton and yeah, he lost an arm. I think he loses his leg, or at least one of his legs, just for some added detail there, because he's just gonna be doing nothing, just hanging around there. A little bit of color, some Ushabti bone, just as a dry brush. Yeah, a lot of fun doing this, but it took, like I said, it took so long. I mean, my work schedule during the holidays is crazy. And you know, and the channel always suffers for a while during the holidays. Alright, so I'm just try and do a little bit of grimdark painting on this ultramarine. Just did some stippling with McCrag blue, and I'm gonna douse him with some slimy grime dark from AK Interactive first. He's actually gonna get 2 enamel washes, and then after that's dried for about 20 minutes, take the white spirits, mineral spirits, and start pulling off some of the oil wash. Just want to make it so it doesn't look like a salamander. Or a dark angel. No, salamanders are a little lighter green. Yeah, my son plays dark angels, and I did not want to have a dark angel hanging, because he might not forgive me. Flat earth for the like the gold areas. I didn't want to use gold because I figured he's been here for a while. It's going to be dirty, corroded, this, that, and the other. And I'm still going to put another oil wash on top of him, which is just our regular streak and grime. Right out the pot. I didn't want to put this through an airbrush. I mean, he's not the main focal point of the piece anyway, so the piece is the focal point. But we're going to get that all over him. And then, just like before, take off the excess with the mineral spirits. And I didn't want to go too detailed with them. There we go. Looks like he's been hanging around for a while. Alright, wanted to put some moss on the posts as well, so I got the Dirty Down moss. The one product from Dirty Down I use the least, and I'll tell you what, I love how it came out on this. There are some very hard edges when you use the Dirty Down products, but you can easily pull those back with some water. Just get a little bit of moisture on your brush and you can easily take away those hard edges. And then I put it on the ropes too, and I'm glad I did this because it looks so cool. I'm loving this the way it is right now so far, but I still have some added details that I hope you're going to love. And speaking of which, if you love the video, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you're not subscribed out of this World Models and Minis, please consider it. I'm having so much fun with this channel, and the recent growth, even though I haven't had a whole lot of content put out, it's just, I can't believe it. It's so much fun. So with that, we're going to get back to this. I got a little bit of hull red watered down, and I'm just tapping the brush to get some blood spatter. And do that a couple different places. Smack in my hand. Smack, 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 smack. It's smack. There we go. I'm having so much fun with this. And then a little bit of Nurgle's Rot, because I figure it's Death Guards, Nurgle. I gotta put some Nurgle's Rot on there. I love this stuff. Looks like somebody blew their nose all over your piece. I'm going to get some up top, which you're not seeing because I didn't have this thing covered up so much of my workbench. But it was such a fun project. I'm glad I decided to do it. Huge thanks to the YouTube channel, The Tower, because that's where I originally saw the a video about the Tyburn Tree. And we are getting close to the end of this one. Like I said, it was a long project, a very rewarding project though. I'm so happy that I did this. It's going to be the centerpiece of my Plague World table, and there he is. Sorry, Rabute. Alright, I added some of these animal bits. It's not necessarily animals, but there are some heads with hooks in them, some hands that are skewered, and there's some big rib cages in there. I just added them here and there, and then a little bit more blood spatter. We used the airbrush. Yeah, I'm having fun with it. And a little bit on the ground. There we go. Oh, got to put on another post, and I was waiting so long to get my finger was sliding off the trigger on that. So, all right, these little bits are painted up. There we go. Hey, dude. Nice. And I'll go ahead and get those put up on some of the posts. There's the rib cage. Another little head. It's gruesome, but it's 40K. Gotta be grimdark. And just using some super glue on there. then I use some super glue activator as well, just to hold it in place. There we go. Get some of the juice. Oh, blurry. My camera's going in and out on this thing with the because of the movement. But we're getting down to the wire on this one, so I'm just going to let you know, yeah, if you like it, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. Doing all those regular YouTube things there. I don't know, I don't think he's subscribed. But, yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let your 40K buddies know about it. Let your Nurgle buddies know about it. Death Guard. And let's see. Oh, we got some hands stuck in there. But yes, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry about the musical interlude, but I had to have fun because that's what I do with this channel. So, till I see you in the next one, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Take care. Hey, if you liked the video, check out the selection on the left-hand side there and subscribe on the right. And again, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.